Unit 11, Crisis Management, Track 23.
Good evening, my name's Michael Goodrich. I'm the presenter of Consumer Watch. Tonight we're investigating toy products. How safe are the imported toy products you're buying for your children? Not very, it seems, if you're buying toys from TG Products, one of the biggest toy retailers in the country. We've had dozens of complaints from parents about some of the toys sold in TG stores. Tonight, the company's chief executive, Tim Bradshaw, has agreed to answer questions about his company and to defend its reputation. Good evening, Mr. Bradshaw.
Good evening. May I thank you for inviting me onto your programme. I welcome the opportunity to answer your questions.
Thank you, Mr. Bradshaw. It's a pleasure to meet you. Now, I believe your company sells a range of stuffed toys. Is that correct?
Yes, they're one of our best-selling products. Children love the grey rabbits, the dogs and penguins we market. I'd say the reindeer and elephant are our most popular items. Why do you ask?
Could you please tell me how many of these items you import each month?
Oh, I don't know off the top of my head. A very large number, that's for sure. It's one of our most popular lines.
Could you be a little more precise? What quantity are we talking about, roughly?
Well, I'd say about 30,000 a month.
That's a lot, isn't it? Roughly, how many complaints about the toys do you receive each week from your customers?
Oh, we get a few complaints, but no higher percentage than any other company.
A few complaints? Mr. Bradshaw, isn't it true you've been receiving dozens of complaints from customers every week? Do you deny people have been phoning you and emailing you constantly to complain about the toys?
What do you mean exactly? What are you trying to say?
I'm saying the toys are defective. They should be recalled by your company immediately.
Could you clarify that comment, please?
Certainly, I'll be glad to. The stuffed toys have a defect. They have button eyes, and these get pulled off very easily by children. They put the buttons into their mouths and then start choking. The toys are highly dangerous, Mr. Bradshaw. You know that. Why are you still selling them?
I'd say you're exaggerating the problem. There may be one or two cases, but not dozens.
Isn't your real reason for not recalling the toys very obvious, Mr. Bradshaw?
What do you mean?
Simple. You've got over 50,000 of the items in your warehouse, and if you recall the toys, it'll cost you a lot of money.
Good heavens. Where do you get that information from? Who gave it to you?
I'm sorry, I can't possibly comment on that. But what are you going to do about these defective toys?
Do about it? Well, I'll look into the matter, of course, and I'll get back to you, but I don't think...
When will that be? When exactly will you get back to us?
Oh, as soon as possible.
Would you answer my question, please? I think you owe it to your customers to give us an exact date.
I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to your question, but I'll get our customer services to check our records. We'll treat this matter very seriously, I promise you.
That's good to hear. Now, let me ask you another question.